Greetings, friends. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel, Fit to Love Me with Love Fuller. I am Love Fuller, and I am here with a Get Ready With Me update. So, what had happened was, yeah, so you saw me I guess it was I filmed not last week, Tuesday, but the Tuesday before. That was my week 1 weigh-in. So I skipped the second week. And the third week is now. This is a Get Ready With Me weigh-in update with no weigh-in. So I'm just telling you now, I'm not weighing in. The reason why I'm not weighing in is because I know that I'm up and I am a wuss. Actually, because you know how people say you should not weigh every day because it might upset you? Well, I'm actually a person who weighs every day because normally it doesn't upset me unless the results are gonna upset me. Then it's like I go from one extreme to the other. I weigh every day and I use it as a tool and I find it to be helpful to me. But if I know that I am just out of control, if I weigh, it upsets me and it literally makes me want to eat more. So, meaning if I know that my weight is up, and it's up for real, not up because of water weight, meaning monthly water weight bloat, or just a temporary, thing. But if it's up because I know I've been messing up all week, like I have for an entire week, actually more than an entire week, because I didn't weigh in Monday because of that. And today's Sunday. So what I'm going to do is just start over. And I hate to say tomorrow, but there's the idea of I've already messed up today, so I might as well weigh in tomorrow. I'm start tomorrow, but I'll think about it. I'll consider starting today because that's what I should do. Even though, I already ate sweet potato pie for breakfast and lunch and brunch. No lie. Not even kidding. So, yeah. But I do believe that I could just start any moment now. So, maybe I'll do that. Just start now. Start today as though, really as though nothing ever happened. Just because otherwise, I know if I just stay on, obviously if I stay on the path where I'm just eating sweet potato pie for breakfast, lunch, after lunch snack, pre-dinner snack, dinner, after dinner snack, you know what I mean? Dessert, after dessert snack, really. Then obviously I would be much better off just counting my points for the day. So I think I'll probably do that just to give myself a running start to get started for next week. So I'm totally telling you that I am not, I don't know, it's you see everybody else, they weigh in no matter what. No, I'm not going to do that because seriously, I know how I am. So I think it's about a matter of know thyself. The same people say, or not the same people, that they say that you shouldn't weigh every day because it'll send you into this. I know when it'll send me into it. So I'm not going to add insult to injury and that's literally what it would be, adding insult to injury, or pouring salt into a wound by getting on the scale and upsetting myself. So what I'm going to do, as you have heard, since I repeated it 85 million times, as I am wont to do, I'm not going to get on the scale until next week, Monday. So it will be week 4 weigh-in, but you will have only seen numbers twice. So just pray with me. Other than that, since I'm getting ready, and I will talk to you while I'm finishing my hair. I'm gonna tell you what I've been up to. So I have been making what I ate videos. Like when I was on, I was making what I ate videos, but I've been having technical difficulties. My situation is that I can only record from my phone right now, as far as I know. But regardless, I don't have, like, this is kind of stupid, but I don't have a, my video camera is broken. This is my video camera, by the way. This video camera has been, like, so tried and true. I've had it for, like, since 2013. Wow. Is that right? Maybe I had it since 2015. Yeah. I probably had it since 2014 or 15. Probably 2015. It's 2017. But it's been really good for me, considering the fact that I drop it all the time. Yeah, so when I was upside down, you're like, I can't see that. Sorry. But they don't sell these anymore. But as you can see, I dropped this so many times that this bottom part where it would screw into the tripod is broken. So I'm waiting for my, I don't know, DSLR. It's like Canon, you know, one of those Canon ones. Like Canon, I don't even know what it is. But I got it last year Christmas, and I haven't used it yet. I think I used it once. But I took it to the States. I was supposed to have brought it back in my luggage or my husband's luggage, but it didn't make it into the luggage. So we're sending it through the mail, and we're just praying that it gets here, because you know those cameras are not cheap at all. So that's gonna be my new camera. I can't do that I can't use it as a vlogging camera. So hopefully this camera is working. I've been using Movie Maker, because although my husband got me a little Mac laptop, was that for my birthday? Was it my birthday? My birthday, something like that. It's not powerful enough to run Movie Maker in a way that I needed to. So that was a bust. But luckily it was a used one, and it only cost probably like a few $100s. But listen, what world do we live in where a few $100s is only a few $100s? But I guess it's just like we got it from eBay, and just like comparing to like the regular price it would cost, it's only a few $100s, right? So that was a fail. Something's going on with this camera. Like, I'm not sure if it's this camera or the SD card I had in it, or my drive and my computer, but for whatever reason, those videos are not uploading. And finally, all the videos that I had they're not, Movie Maker can't read those. And finally, I still haven't sat down to figure out to decipher which is the problem. If it's my camera, if it's the SD card, or if it's my SD card drive on my computer. And finally, I dropped my external hard drive that had all of my footage, starting from the summer, starting with my trip. My daughter and I did a trip through Europe, and all of that footage is dead. I think I might have mentioned that in my last video. So the way I've been doing, I'm like, you're seeing this video, is that I'm uploading it directly from my phone to YouTube, and then I have to edit on YouTube, which would be fine and dandy if I were not in Kuwait, where every time I first come to Kuwait, and maybe even while in Kuwait, I continually have problems with the internet. Now, I'm not saying that the problem is with Kuwait itself, because Kuwait, you know, they have the capabilities for for, you know, having high-speed internet and whatever. Things are expensive here. Their dollar is 3.3 times ours, number one, and number two, prices are jacked up kind of accordingly. Super expensive to live here. So I just have problems every time I first get here. I don't know why. Like, I feel like the reason why is because my husband turns off the systems that we have while I'm here. We always hope that we're going to be able to, like, get internet in the house. And for this reason or that reason or whatever, we're not able to get internet in the house. And blah, 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 blah. Like, seriously, this is my life right now. So that's why I haven't been uploading. And then on top of that, I've kind of, you know, I feel like I come in and out of my YouTube mojo. And I'm kind of like not in the mojo mood right now. But there's that. So what have I been doing? One thing that was interesting, I just talked to you about the sweet potato pie, is that my husband had, like, in his office, they started this thing where each person brings a meal for the week. So each person gets a week, and that sometime on some day that week they need to bring a meal. So my husband had last week, and I didn't know. It was a short week, number one. Number two, I didn't know about it until the last minute. So, and number three, I'm not the biggest cook in the world. I mean, I started cooking basically when I got here in 2013. I mean, I cooked a little bit, like, very basic kind of, almost like bachelor kind of cooking. The stereotype of a bachelor. So, not bachelorette. I said it right, bachelor. So, I just started cooking. So I had to cook for 19 people, and I cooked macaroni and cheese. I use Patti LaBelle's Over the Rainbow recipe, macaroni and cheese recipe. I've been using that for years. Macaroni and cheese, I made one pan of that, and I made another version of Bahamian macaroni and cheese where I put onions and green peppers in it. And that was both of them were a big success. Everything I made was a big success, so that was great. I made pork belly. So it's like pork belly. I don't know if you know what pork belly is. Just Google it. It's like, basically it's the cut of meat that they slice the bacon off of. So, you know, you have all that fat, and then also, like, sometimes it has a skin on it, and if you have a skin on it, that's where like crackling or chicharrones or what do they call it? Pork rinds come from. So basically the way you cook it, in order to get the rind on there, you have to cook it in a certain way, prepare it in a certain way, all this kind of stuff. And it's an Asian, you know, the Asians are really good at making that dish. And the Asians that were there who ate it, they were like, oh, I did it right. So I was happy about that. And what else? I made fattening version of Brussels sprouts, because we had some in our freezer, and I'm like, let me make Brussels sprouts. And it's funny, we had them in our freezer, and my husband, I was like, well, what will go with this pork and the macaroni and cheese? And he was like, well, asparagus, Brussels sprouts. So I was like, oh, we have Brussels sprouts. So I found, and I remember my daughter had one time at our godmother's house, she had a version of Brussels sprouts that had butter in it, and she just always remembered that her entire life. Literally her entire life, she always remembered that. So I remember that. So I looked up butter Brussels sprouts, and I found this recipe that on there, people were like, oh, everyone loves it. It's like garlic butter Brussels sprouts. On the recipe, it was like on recipes.com or all recipes, something like that. And the people were like, oh, everybody loves it. People just rave about it. They're asking for more. People who don't eat Brussels sprouts. I made it, and it was the same way. People really loved it. So I made that, and I made sweet potato pie, but the sweet potato pie didn't make it there because I don't know if you know this little known fact about sweet potatoes. I don't know if it's a little known fact, but a little known to me and most of the people I talk to about it. when we use those like orange things and we call them sweet potatoes. Those are really yams. Sweet potatoes are actually white. So here, when you get sweet potatoes, you could either pick up regular sweet potatoes or yams. They call them U.S. sweet potatoes, the yams. So U.S. sweet potatoes cost more money than, I'm just saying, if you buy them from the U.S. I mean, they have yams that are not from the U.S., but anyway. They cost more money. And I was like, they're not real sweet potatoes anyway, so let me make sweet potato pie with real sweet potatoes. And I had found out about that through my research at some point when I was making sweet potato pie in the first place. Yeah, but the problem is that the yams don't taste the same. There's a reason why we use yams, candied yams, and stuff like that instead of actual sweet potatoes, because they taste sweeter. They taste like the taste we're looking for. So I made it with this white stuff. So first of all, it's white. It looks crazy because people are just like, you know, it's like you want to give people what they recognize. Even though I love the Bahamian style macaroni and cheese with onions and green peppers, like it takes it all the way to a whole other level. Just dice them really small, takes it to a whole other level. Put them in there according to your taste, but put enough so you can taste them. It takes it like, you know, I don't want to go back. I don't even like regular macaroni and cheese. I'm like, it's bland. I don't even see the point. But it's like if you present to someone macaroni and cheese, they're looking at it, they're like, especially we live overseas, people only have one day off, people don't have time to be making like baked macaroni and cheese, and so it's like, oh, they're looking forward to it. Same thing with sweet potato pie. They're like, oh, you brought sweet potato pie, and then you cut into it and it's white inside and it doesn't taste like yams. You're gonna be disappointed. If you break into macaroni and cheese and it has onions and green peppers inside, you're like, are you kidding me right now? So I didn't even send because I didn't have any yams, so I didn't even send the macaroni and cheese because the sweet potato pie, because look, I mean, literally people would not recognize it. You know what it tasted like? It tasted like bean pie. I mean, I'm not like a big expert on bean pie. I've had it only a couple of times in Atlanta. You know, the people from the Nation of Islam sell it on the corners in downtown Atlanta. FYI. And don't they have like a group called the FYI or something like that? FYI something. I think FYI or FIY. I don't know. But anyway, talking about the Nation of Islam. Anyway, so yeah, it tastes like that, but it's like, that's just too much. It's not bean pie, so I couldn't like lie and say it was. Plus, I don't even know what bean pie is really supposed to taste like. I know it tastes something like that. Blah, 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 blah. So what I did was, after I had already sent all the food off, and I also made barbecue chicken. So after I sent all the food off, I went to the store and bought yams and added the yams, but the food was already gone, so I have 2 sweet potato pies here in the house. Well, I have 1.5, and saying half is being generous, because I'm really not trying to say that. I let you know that I really ate more than half a sweet potato pie between last night and tonight. It's not the deep dish though. I'm just saying, like, I'm not telling you how much I weigh on the scale because I don't know, but otherwise I'm keeping it real. Can I get some points for that? So yeah, like that's how my week has been for real. Like I've been eating like that since last week, Thursday or Friday. So anyway, that's one thing I did this week. It was like a big project for me because I really had to study and research how to make almost basically everything. Like I had to like, you know, like I don't know. It takes me like a long process, but I definitely had to study and research how to make the pork belly and make it crispy, because last time we had it, we didn't know how to make it crispy. So anyway, and I just followed someone else had to looked up the recipe, and it didn't turn out that way. So this time I made sure I looked it up. Today I'm gonna wear. Oh, this is what I use as a heat thing, and this is what I'm about to use for a hold thing. Woo! And this is what I'm about to wear as a perfume thing. I need to get my nails done thing. yeah, so yeah, it took me days to research and figure out how to make that work based on like also what I had. I need to figure out how to my oven worked because it doesn't have degrees on there, and I had to research it and figure it out and all this kind of stuff because it's like a foreign oven. It's, um, but it's a nice oven though, it really is. So there's that. That was Gucci. Oh, here's the actual sign on it. It says tester. My husband, I was like, this is a tester. He's like, no, it's not. Okay. They sold you the tester, dude. And what else? Other thing I did was I met some people, which I'm so excited about. Really quickly, law of attraction kind of thing. I said, okay, I'm not going to go out and seek other people because I don't know if you remember that my friends that were here, they left along with, like, when I left last year, like right around the same time I left last year. So I don't know anybody here, like friends. Like I know some people, but like people that I wouldn't hang out with normally. And I've decided that I'm not going to just hang out with people that like try and go seek out people just because I know them, because I don't know anybody, and trying to hang out with people that I wouldn't really want to hang out with. I don't want to do that. So I was like, this year I'm going to let it come to me. And then I also prayed that in general in my life, I want to like have meaningful relationships with people from all over the world, different cultures, who live all over the world, who are from all over the world, from different cultures, who are from all over the world, who live all over the world. So I asked for that. So this woman called me. Basically, one of my husband's coworkers gave her my number, and she was like, basically, they have like a group of wives of contractors here who loosely kind of hang out and know each other or whatever. So she is white German, I'm just saying. She's white, she's German. Her husband is black. So I'm saying that because like it's kind of like a mix of cultures. Like she's very familiar. And they live in America, South Carolina. Well, they live here, but you know what I'm saying. So it's like there's like mix of cultures right there in her life. And then her friend who came and picked us up is German also, but she was raised in the U.S., so she's German American, mix of cultures, white. Nobody else is black. I'm just saying, mix of cultures. Then so they were there. They both came and picked me up, and we went to a Chinese lady's house, like straight Chinese. She's married to a German. None of the husbands were there, but I'm just saying she's married to a German. So in their house is a mix of cultures. But her stepdaughter was there, who's straight German. She's her stepdaughter, so German. So she was there, which was really cool because she's 20 years old, and it was just cool. It was like to see how strong, how great her English is. It's like we don't learn foreign languages like that well in America. Like she was able to keep up with our conversations with three different people speaking with different accents. And she was just like able to just keep up with the. And she never lived in America, never lived in any place that spoke English at all, which other than learning in Germany. That was really cool. Then after that, we went to visit these people in the Hilton who live in the Hilton Resort, which is so I saw there finally. Like I had last year at Valentine's Day when my husband took me there for Valentine's Day. I was like, oh, I want to see what these places look like. I want to live here. So I ended up going into one of the ladies. She's from Venezuela, which is cool. And then we were also with this lady from London. So I was just praying for it, just asked for it, and I found this group of people that are like from all different kind of cultures and backgrounds and mixed up and mixed with each other and all that kind of stuff. And they're flying, like one of them's flying off to India, and other one just came in from the States or somewhere. And so that's interesting. Things are about to get interesting, y'all. Luckily, all of them are very svelte and, watching their weight and exercising and things like that. So that is really good. That's it. that is my update. I do have some, like, another update to make to answer questions that someone asked me, and I will be coming back with that probably tomorrow, just so I won't be boring you again today. And that was my get ready with me. I'm going out with my husband to go look at furniture or something like that. Like, I need a desk. I want a desk. So, blah, 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 blah. Maybe I'll do a vlog. Probably not. That's it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ciao, friends. Okay, so it's Monday, actual weigh-in day. And as you see, I just got on the scale because I felt like getting on the scale. So there it is, up 1.2 from the week before last. So it's not as bad as I thought. So I don't feel badly. So if you stay to the end, that's your bonus, because this is a long video. So I'm not editing the earlier part when I said I wasn't getting on the scale, because I told you my editing is a problem. So it's a bonus to you for sticking it out. Okay, so it's 234.6, up 1.2. I'll live.